Hey, everybody, welcome back to the Ambitious Agents podcast. Today, we're going to be talking to a new friend of mine, Mr. Quintavius Burdette. I am so excited, y'all. Like this man, he's a machine. I meet some really ambitious agents, but this guy's a machine. So, here at the Ambitious Agent podcast, we believe that ambition beats genius 99% of the time. And we're pretty realistic. We just demand the impossible. And I think today, we're going to be talking to a man that most would say, nah, that's impossible. So, welcome, Quintavius.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, I'm so excited. So, I'm just going to give a quick few stats because I think it's going to blow some people's mind what you have been able to accomplish these last few years. He's been in the business 3 years, y'all. His first year with no assistant, no help, him doing all the paperwork, he sold 106 homes. He helped 106 clients buy and sell homes. Year two, he helped 115 people buy and sell homes. And this is his third year. And guess what? He is tracking over 300 transactions. He doesn't use a CRM. He door knocks, he cold calls, and he has somebody checking his email. My friend, we got to dive into how you're doing this because I don't know. Some people are hearing this and they're saying, there's no way he can do it. So,
Yep.
so let's dive in and talk a little bit about the humble beginnings. Tell everybody where you're from. So, they can send you referrals because if I'm sending a referral to Mississippi near Memphis, I'm sending them to Quintavius. So, tell them a little bit about where you're from, what your market looks like, and how you got into real estate.
Yeah, so she kind of hit on it. I'm from a small town in Mississippi near Memphis, Senatobia. What we call it, my market is North Mississippi. So Tate County, Marshall County, DeSoto County. It's about a 45-minute radius. And that's kind of my market. We're more so single family homes. We don't have a lot of condos. We don't have a lot of apartments. So when folks buy homes here, they're buying a single family property in my marketplace. And I got started in real estate 3 years ago from basically, I got a master's in accounting. I played football at Ole Miss, uh,
Nice.
and I was looking for the next thing. And I was in the accounting office one day, and I kind of just Googled what profession you can make what you're worth because I saw that the accounting job that I had, they was charging the clients $300 an hour, $400 an hour for the work that I was doing, and I just didn't feel like I was getting my fair share. So I just Googled what profession I can make what I'm worth, and real estate popped up. The very next day, I put a 2-week notice in, just went out there on a limb. I didn't know anything about real estate whatsoever. I don't come from a business background. I'm one of 17 kids.
Oh my God, I love that.
That's part of my story and part of my hunger and the grind. But
Yeah.
I moved from Atlanta back home, got a real estate license. I didn't have much money then to pay for leads or marketing, all the things that most agents say when they first get started. But what I had was I had a drive and I had a hunger. All right. So I started door knocking, cold calling, just going to grocery stores, meeting folks, talking to folks, helping folks bag groceries. And within that first year, I sold 106 houses doing that.
Mm.
And it was more so of just talking to folks and calling folks and door knocking and just being myself, showing a personality, working. It
Mhm.
wasn't all the extra stuff. I wasn't going to any seminars. I wasn't the agent that was in every other agent's office trying to pick their brains. I found something that I liked and I stuck with it, which was calling folks and going out in public, shaking folks' hands and asking for business. I
I
was more
love it.
that on the wall. I was everywhere bugging everybody.
I love that. I love that. Well, let's go back because you said something that is so powerful to me. I grew up not from money, in a poor family, and I always had some burning desire in me that, based out of my schooling would have told me that I wasn't a very smart person. I was an average student. I got C's and D's. So moving out of high school, it was like, well, what am I supposed to do? Because I know I'm not going to go be a doctor. And I kept thinking to myself, but I'm worth more. And you said that. You said, I wanted to make what I was worth. And so unpackage that a little bit because where did that worth come from? I mean, you have 17 siblings. Do they all feel that? Or is it just you're the weirdo in the bunch that's like, I got this drive and, maybe it was a football thing where you played for Ole Miss. Like, where did that worth come from? How do you set your self-worth?
Yeah, so for me, I understood that if I was doing all the work and they're making $400 an hour, and I'm on salary making 65,000, I can do that quick math really quick. They're
Mhm.
making a killing off me,
Right.
but I'm doing all the work. So I feel like I was worth more then. But it goes back to, that was my very first job ever in my life,
Right.
because my family, they did not allow us to work. We had to focus on school and focus on sports in order to get a scholarship to go to college. We didn't
Right.
have money to send ourselves to college. So if you went to college, it was because you got a full ride doing sports.
Right.
Sorry.
Right.
So that was kind of my thing was, I was a great athlete throughout high school, college, and I felt like my some of my friends, they were in the NFL,
Mhm.
making NFL money. So I told um, kids, and I told my family, and I told my friends, hey, I'm a change the whole trajectory. I'm gonna do something that the kids can relate to. I'm going to make NFL money, but I'm not going to be in the NFL. And that was kind of my dream, to show the other kids that, hey, you can do this. You don't have to go to the NFL to have a good lifestyle and to help others and provide. So that was all of my motivation and my hunger. That's what it came from. I understood that if a guy who I was playing over is now making 2 or 3 million bucks a year, I knew my worth was somewhere around that. Uh,
Right.
and I had an injury and after college, and they kind of stopped my playing days. But at the same time, I couldn't allow that to stop what I had to go out and do. So I took my accounting job, and I learned a lot there. And that was 4 months. I only lasted 4 months.
I
I was
love
months, and
it.
it just wasn't a place for a guy like me
That's
to
right.
talk to folks. I don't want to be inside behind a window all day. Uh,
That's right.
but I learned how to, conduct meetings. I learned how to show up early and how to leave late, which I learned that in football as well. But in a business setting, I learned how to, talk to folks, how to shake hands, how to go to a restaurant, how to put your whatever little thing they give you, the apron, the napkin, how to put that in your lap. It was little stuff like that that I've never seen,
Mm.
never done, that I
Right.
those short 4 months. So when I moved back home and got involved with real estate, I could kind of run myself as a businessman,
Right. Right.
and it helped me. But there was a lot that I had to learn still, because I was green as it comes when it comes to real estate. I didn't know nothing.
All of us, right? We come in and
Yeah,
we're like, "Oh my God." I mean, I remember sweating just going out to meet people like, "Oh, what am I supposed to say?" But I love that, what you said earlier. You said, you get a football scholarship. That's what you do. And that's that $2, $3 million. It's what young kids, want to go strive to do, but so few get to do that, right? I mean, it's not,
but
it's not achievable, but this to me, and one of my passions, Quintavius, is foster kids that age out of foster care. I would love to bring them in and get them their real estate license and show them what true skills and sales abilities are, because sky's the limit in our profession.
correct.
Um, it's sky's the limit. So I'm so glad that that's on your heart and that's something that you can teach as well, moving forward. So in the beginning, what were some of the roadblocks? I mean, did your family think you were nuts? Did you have people in your friends group or whatever think that this was a nutty thing to do, to just go get your real estate license and leave, an accounting job that you went to college for?
Yeah, I had some of that, but I'm the type of person, I could care less what anyone thinks, uh,
Yeah.
whether it's good or bad or their,
Right.
because at the end of the day, when I die, I'm gonna have to live my own life. And my thing of it is, I could be concerned and worry about what they think, or I can be concerned and worry about my future and what my plans are. And that's what I choose to focus on every day. Not what I get it all the time. Hey man, you're doing an awesome job. I don't care about that stuff. Or
Right.
hey man, you arrogant, you're cocky. I don't care about that either. What I
Right.
care about is I'm gonna wake up every day and I'm gonna get after it, and my day is gonna be better than your day, simply because of my mindset. That's
Right.
what I care about. I'm very competitive, but I have, my mom and dad, they thought I was crazy, but
Yeah.
once again, it goes to, I took the risk,
Yep.
and now
Yep.
I'm getting a reward. They never took the risk, so therefore
Right.
now they have to work every single day of their lives. Where I'm setting myself up to, if I wanted to, I don't have to sell another house after the age of 30 because I've taken all my money and put it in investments and bought real estate. And uh, I've set myself up in a sense to never have to do this again if I wanted to. You see what I'm saying? So that's that's kind of what my focus is. It's never on what people are saying, how they feel. But now everybody's happy. Every,
Yeah. And you know what's interesting is I read an article that said people that take risks are generally happier because think about what you said, your mom and dad, they're still working. They didn't take the risk, which is fine, right? We all, do the best that we can. My parents are the same way. They never took the risk. And so it's like you get stuck in that safety, but then you don't get the reward or the fruits of your labor. So that
yeah.
is absolutely true. I love risk takers because I'm a big risk taker. So that's perfect. So let's go back to, you're doing 100 plus deals a year this year, 300. I know everybody is dying to know how the hell do you fit it all in? Like, what does your day look like?
Mhm.
And do you live by a calendar, a schedule? I mean, obviously you have to figure out where you're going to be at what time. So walk me through a day in the life from morning to night of what you do.
Yeah. So of course every day is different, but a lot of people think if you're selling 100 houses, 200, 300 houses, that you don't have a life outside of real estate.
Hmm.
So I want to address that first, and then I'll tell you my days. Uh,
Yes.
People who think that that's just an excuse to say, "Oh, I can't do that." Oh, he's giving his life totally to real estate. He don't take vacations. I traveled every single month this year on speaking
Amazing.
engagements, and I was gone at least 2 or 3 days every single time I traveled to go and speak. I also I play my video game more than anybody throughout the day, like from 10 to 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Some days I don't even leave my house yet, and I play my video game, but I still get my work done. I travel back and forth now to Nashville because that's where my wife is living.
Hmm.
Go on vacation, so you can do this much business and also have a life and enjoy it. But it's all during your working hours. What are you doing? Are you
Right.
on Facebook? Are you on Instagram? Or are you out working? And
Right.
that's what I do. I utilize my time well. I understand I have 24 hours every single day, and you sleep 8 of them, so you have 16 that's workable. All right,
Right.
16 hours a day. Maybe I'm gonna work maybe 7 of those hours, but
Hmm.
7 hours worth of work, I'm gonna be very, very productive. Uh,
Hmm.
the other, hours that I have, I'm gonna enjoy it. I went bowling last night from 5 to 10. So I enjoy my time. I enjoy my days. But a normal day for me is, I wake up around 4 o'clock. This is
Hmm.
my time up to me. I'm gonna work out. I'm writing a book right now, so I'm kind of writing in my book, and I just kind of lay there and think, and I work out, come back, lay down again, and then I try to be in the office around 8:30,
Hmm.
8:30, and I have a schedule where it doesn't have any time on it. I don't have time on the schedule. What I have is activities. So on Monday, it tells me, hey, you got to go to this location and pass out 50 business cards. And it's whatever location that I'm familiar with and I like going. Uh, the next thing you have to do after that, you have to call 200 people. The
Hmm.
next thing after that, you have to, study the market. It tells me every single day what 3 activities that I have.
How
Every,
did you come up with that? How did you come up with the activities? Because you said I didn't have a coach in the beginning. You just
yeah,
kind of did it. You knew that you had to talk to people, which I always
correct.
am baffled when agents are like, I don't know what to do. I'm like, talk to everybody. Like, talk to people. They got to
Right.
know you're in the business.
Yeah, so I came up with that was like I said, when I first got started, I was just doing any and everything. And then after my first year, I came up um, with that schedule and I've just been following it since. But it
Mhm.
was all just, trial and error on kind of what I want to do, what I want my day to look like, things that I felt that was productive, that was
Mhm.
bringing me the most business. I wanted to make sure I do those things. So I just started to put them on the schedule. And like I said, some of those days, I'm doing the same things, but it's in different orders. You know,
Right.
so it's not like, oh, I have to come up with 50 different things to try to do throughout that week every day. No, I just come up with 3 or 4 things and I sprinkle it in every single day. And my schedule have like scheduled rest and open periods. And
Mhm.
those rest and open periods are times for me to, if I want to go show a house, if I wanted to take a break and go eat, if I wanted to go home and play my game for a while, if I wanted to go to the gym and just shoot around basketball with the kids, all that stuff is built into my schedule, and I do a lot of that stuff. But it's only during my times that it's open. Now I can have an open day where if it says open on my schedule, it can be a 10-minute open period and I get right back to it. Or
Right.
be a 2-hour open period where I go somewhere and I do things and I go eat and I go enjoy it and I maybe go home and take a nap. It's just whatever, but that's kind of what my schedule looks like day in and day out. And it's 7 days a week. And my ambition is, I have to get 4 points every single day. I came up with a 4-point system. And what that allows me to do is in sports, if you scored a touchdown today, this week, it doesn't roll over to the next game. Same
Right.
thing with points.
I
So
love
if I get 4 points yesterday, I don't have 4 points today. I got to start over. Every single day, I'm trying to get 4 points. And what that is, a contract is 4 points. A listing agreement is 2 points. Showing a buyer is 1 point. And meeting potential customers looking to do business in 90 days is a half a point. So
Okay.
as long as I'm doing all of those things, some form of way, if I can get 2 listings or if I can show, 2 buyers and meet, 4 people that's looking to do something within the next 90 days and I get another buyer, that's 4 points. It's
I
just
love it. I love it. You got contract 3 points.
4 points.
Four
A contract, if I get a signed escrow deal,
done. He's done for the day.
I'm
Okay,
done.
so 4 points. Listing 2,
Yep, 2 points.
and then buyer 1 point. You met with a buyer. Half a point.
Showing a buyer your house is 1 point.
Okay, showing, and then 90-day lead, half a point.
Yep.
Got a lot, 90-day lead.
Looking to do something within 90 days.
And tell me this, tell me your listing to buyer ratio, because if I look at this, that means you're selling to this year about 25 homes a month. That's 6 homes a week. What is the average? Because when I was selling 130 homes a year and I was exhausted, because like you said, 7 days a week, I was doing about 40 buyers. The rest were listing. So what does yours look like?
Oh, I'm probably 90-10.
90-10 buyers?
No.
Listings, right?
So, yeah.
Yes. Okay, good. Because
I
I was going to say, how do you do that
calling.
with buyers?
Yeah, I do cold calling and door knocking.
Okay.
Because so everybody that I'm talking to is a seller potentially.
Exactly.
And at this time right now, I'm not leaving my office much to show buyers properties.
Exactly.
I'm focusing on getting those listings.
Yeah.
I've been doing that since May of this year. Through January through April, I closed like 55 deals.
That's amazing.
And I was doing both buyer, seller, doing whatever. Then I decided that I wasn't going to leave my office to show a buyer property.
Yep.
Do away with buyers for a while. And from May up until now, I'm over 300. So that shift kind of helped me, that focus, that time that I saved standing in my office talking to a couple more sellers, it helped. And, my approach on the phone is much different from anyone's. I have, 5 points that I have to hit every single time, which is I ask for the person, I introduce myself, I give back to their time, I neutralize the conversation, and then I get to the point, So every single time, a very calm, cool, collective. I already know exactly what I'm going to say every single time, every single caller. And then I just react to some of the things that they say. So if I'm calling you, hey, may I speak with Tina?
Yes, this is her.
It's Quintavius over at Remax. Did I catch you at a bad time?
What do you need?
Well, Ole Miss is in a bowl game. We're going to the Sugar Bowl this year. Are you an Ole Miss fan?
I am, of course.
There we go. I played ball at Ole Miss back in the day. When I say back in the day, it's about 5 years ago.
Well, good for you. That's amazing.
Yes, I don't want to take up too much more of your time. I know you have a house at 123 Main Street. You thought about doing anything with that property at this time? Maybe upsizing or downsizing?
Nah. I think we're pretty set right now.
And boom, the conversation kind of goes from there. So
Right,
it's every time I'm gonna use the exact same neutralizer to get them on a level playing field with me. And it's always, for me, it's been sports related. It's Memphis Grizzlies are here, Ole Miss, Mississippi State, Memphis. All these teams are right here, and I'm in the South, so football is something that a lot of folks watch.
That's right.
And related. And even if you're not an Ole Miss fan, if you're a Memphis fan, a Mississippi State fan, I have stuff that I'm gonna say as soon as you say you're one of those teams.
Yeah.
So I just kind of go through that mindset, go through that process.
And it's what you know. It's what
Yeah,
you're interested in, right? I
it's
mean, you're finding commonalities with other people going, I
correct.
like him. He's like me.
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct. And
I
you know, it's small details, and then I have some stuff that I say when I call for sale by owners that
mm,
works for me. My approach for that, and put all that together, and you get 300 deals.
that's amazing. And I was going to
Yep.
ask you as we were going through, I'm like, this guy can't be selling all these buyers. You can't be putting buyers in your car and selling 300
No,
homes. And look at where your shift went, 106, 115. You peaked out because my feeling is when you're working with buyers, you can't possibly sell more than 100, 150 homes by working those buyers. Now you've leveraged your time,
correct.
which is your biggest commodity, right?
Yep.
Amazing. That's amazing. Well, I love your point system. I love the 5 points on the phone. You're already accountable to yourself, right? So
Yes.
you hold yourself accountable, which is amazing. So I know we talked about mindset. I know we talked about some of the roadblocks in the beginning. We talked about planning your week, and I love that you said I go on vacation a week out of each month, which is amazing because when you're out in Tennessee visiting your wife, you can be on the phone helping a seller because you don't have to be in a car and you don't have to be near them. You can leverage technology, right?
Correct.
So
Yep.
you've got systems leverage, you've got technology leverage. Eventually, again, you can go sell 1,000 homes. You'll need people leverage, right? You'll need to
Correct.
kind of build a team or whatever. So what is next level for you? Because I figured out. I used to have a little note card on my desk that it said, "If it's up to be, it's up to me. I'm the one that's going to make $1 million a year. I'm worth it. Me, me, me." But then I realized at some point, I after 17 years, I lost the passion of the day to day. I didn't, not that I don't love sellers. I love them. I love people, but I lost that. And I said, I'm going to build a team and I'm going to help other agents grow their business. And now, I sell 500, 600 homes. I don't sell any homes. They do, but I help them. So what's next for you when you think about, my gosh, the book and all these things that are coming down the pipeline?
Yeah. So kind of I'm on that path of, hey, I'm gonna build something out. I mean, like I say, I come from nothing,
Yeah.
and now I have something.
Hmm.
I'm not the kid that's just content. I'm never content, and I
Right.
always want to be the best. So I'm probably going to start a team in 2022.
Nice.
I have not fully decided yet, but I'm leaning towards that. And then I know for a fact I will release my book in 2022,
Amazing.
and I will roll out my program that so many agents have asked me about, and they message me and DM me and all that stuff on Facebook, Instagram. So that is coming. I'm just trying to work out all the kinks and roll it out at the right time.
I love
Uh, but I think this year it's going to be a rebuild for me coming up. Whereas I'm gonna take a step back and I'm going to focus on putting some of those things in place to leverage myself out.
it. Hmm.
And I'm gonna take the time to do it. But I'm gonna probably enjoy much more of my time traveling around to different. I might get a real estate license in every state
I
and
love
go to sell a house in every state next year. I just don't know.
it.
But what I do know is I'm gonna wake up every single day with a mission, and
Yeah.
I'm gonna get after it. Whatever it is that I decided I'm gonna do between now and the end of the year, I'm kind of writing out that plan now. But my goal in, like I say, 3 years, when I'm 30, to look back and to be in your shoes, not to sell a house myself personally, but hey, we've looked up and we've sold 400 or 500 houses. Uh,
Exactly.
so I have to start that process now if I want to get there. Whereas, 3 years when I started, 3 years ago, I said, hey, by year 5, I want to be making $1 million.
Hmm.
Well, I made Pinnacle this year. And for everyone who don't know what Pinnacle is within Remax, that's $2 million. Uh,
Yeah.
mission. So it's just one of those things um, where I'm driven and I set a goal and I'm gonna hit it. So now I'm setting a goal and I'm looking at everyone else around the country and I say, hey, I want to be number one in the world. And how do I do that? Well, I have to sell X amount of houses, X amount of real estate. So I need about X amount of agents to do so. Uh,
Right.
I also understand that my little market in Mississippi, it's not going to get it done. So I'm
Yeah.
going to try to jump markets and try to make a presence in other places. So that's
Right.
kind of my plan right now. It's a plan. It's not anything that's working right now. But if the history repeats itself, my plan come true.
Well, you know what? If Quintavius Burdette was a stock, I would buy some. I would bet on it. And, I know you'll do it. I know you'll do it because, I used to think a little bit smaller. I used to say, oh, 500 homes, 600. I'm around people that sell 1,700, 2,000 homes a year.
Right.
And it's so inspiring. So we'll have to introduce you to some of those people when you're ready and you're, thinking about doing these things. But you have gotten so far. I'm so proud of you. Like I think this is amazing. I think this interview is amazing. I think you're going to inspire so many people. You already do, but when I heard about you, I was like, I need to know this man. And I just think that your passion, your drive, it's exactly what ambitious agents is all about because you've got to have that ambition. You got to
Yeah.
start with ambition, right? And be willing to fail. So thank you for helping our audience get inspired today. You're probably busy. You got to go out and sell 50 homes today. So go out and get it. And thank you, friend, for just doing this and helping us get the word out that you can do this.
You can do it. And one last thing, I don't know if I've said it yet. A lot of folks tell you guys, hey, you need website, CRM, all these things in place. All that stuff will come. What you need is to get up every single day and work right now. And as you build, you put those in place. I mean, to this day, I still don't have a website or CRM or anything that these folks say, hey, you need these shiny tools. So just stay focused, stay true to yourself, and grind within your space.
Isn't that amazing? I think that makes it even more amazing that you're not
Yep.
using all the tools because people, well, I don't have the right CRM yet, Quintavious. I just can't do that. I don't got the right CRM. You don't even have a CRM,
No.
right? Or an assistant or any of these things. So,
Nope.
and the reality is the market's so squeezed for listings right now. Everyone's complaining there
Yep.
are no listings, but I think you are proven that there are listings. You just got to go look for them.
You have to create it.
Yep.
Correct.
My coach would say there are people buying and selling today. You just got to get in the way.
Yes, 100%.
Get in the way, and he knows how to get in the way. Thank you, friend. You're amazing, and I can't wait to catch up with you next year to see what you've done.
Thank you so much.
You are so welcome, sir. We'll see y'all next time.